my I was about to say my lovely self, my lovely wife, my lovely self, and my lovely mind blowing wife. We are here talking about a very poignant topic. We're here about the water and the sun. The sun is shining, so please forgive us. We're talking about a very important topic here. Was it whining through the weaning
Yes.
in the marriage? And this topic I wanted to talk to my wife about for quite some time now. It brought up in the topic of I think we were talking about
Our youngest
this
was
this map.
weaning off of the passy, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah. Our youngest was being weaned through off the pacifier.
Lots of
Oh
whining with that.
yeah, yeah. It took some time for her to get off of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but now she don't mention it. Now she don't even. I'm not sure she even thinks about it anymore. Cause
something she was so attached to.
get
Not even crossing her mind.
right, that attachment phase is over. All right, it's like even with kids, babies, and they're on breast milk, and we know that there's come a time where they got to get off that breast milk. You can't be on mama's milk at 10 years old now. Five, still sucking on breast milk. It's time to get off. It's time to now go to other sources of nutrition. That time is over. It's time for advancement. And we know that when kids are doing that, then when they're told that there's no more, there's a complaining phase. There's an angry phase now. But even through that phase, the complaining, the anger, the frustration, they say no. It's time for advancement. And likewise, in marriage, even before marriage, there's things that we got to wean off of. A lot of us, we got to do kicking and screaming. God's like, "Hey, come on, grabbing us, pulling us, convicting us. No, you gotta get this. You gotta come off of this because it's time to get off that where you were before and go to where I'm taking you. So, what are some examples that we can say that would we think about whereas we're going from one stage to the next, even before marriage? What would you say?
What do you mean, marriage?
Or before marriage? I would say one is a communication. I would say there's a time that there's people who are used to a way of dialoguing. There's a way of speaking that many people are used to.
There's a lot of I.
Right.
You have to,
I
you have to get rid of
and
that I
or you
and
always.
think we.
Yeah. Too much I, not enough we. Right. Or you always, rather than taking time for ownership, taking accountability, and not blaming, and communicating with anger and frustration and unforgiveness. It's hard to transition to that point of a healthy marriage when the communication is still horrendous,
Yes.
right? And a lot of people, man, I gotta change the way I speak. I gotta change the way I think. I gotta change the way my language now, and it could hurt. And you were whining about it. What? I can't just go out and party like I used to, and don't say nothing, and go out and communicate. We're still working on that, right? I'm still working on that.
What?
Hmm?
What? Not going out and partying.
No, not partying, but
That could create
but
confusion.
working a lot. I do like to
Yes.
work a lot. I do have a little bit of a weakness, just working, and not always notifying her if I'm going to be out a little longer working and going to the gym and all that, right? So
Yeah, choosing to work late
work,
every night.
yeah,
Two
working on
extra
that.
nights.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just like I'm just a go getter. I just like to just take care of business. But I have to remember that I'm a married man now, so I have to. My wife is worried about me. She think what's going on.
I want to spend time with
In my
you.
mind, I'm thinking, man, don't you know I'm out here handling business. What I got to tell every single move I'm making. But it's very important. You know, um, for her to know. Where
Yeah.
I'm at. And if her feelings matter, and I have to honor that, respect that. And also the way we handle, even let's go to about this money, the way we handle money. Uh-oh. A lot of people who are always spending, 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 and not barely saving. You trying to get married? You need to learn how to save. We got goals. We got a car to pay off if you those have car payments, or a house to buy. Kids who want to go to college maybe, or trade school. Lot
Vacation,
vacation. There's so
retirement.
much things that you all need money for, and you can't always be saying, "Well, I'm gonna still be spending my money on purses and Louis Vuitton and
Going out to eat all the
always going
time.
out to eat and super expensive
Gotta buy new
tech.
furniture. We don't even need new furniture.
Right. So it's time now to be thinking about, man, I gotta now alter my money habits so that I'm thinking about the future now because I'm trying to get married, right? And we are whining, man. I don't want to spend all this money. I don't want to save this money. I want to spend how I want. But there's a budget now. There needs to be a budget. There needs to be a plan of how to handle this money properly, judiciously. And even if you don't like it, I say, oh well. And we are whining, but it's necessary. It's necessary for advancement so that you know we have healthy marriage as it pertains to finances, because finances is going through every day. You got to deal with finances. You got to deal with bills, and you got to deal with cost of living and daycare, and for those who have daycare, and food and utility bills and miscellaneous expenses. So it's necessary to say, you know what, we got to talk about these things, and we got to get together with how we're spending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and there's couples who have there's like a demand. Typically, it's the men. I heard videos with the men. It's always like the issue with gambling,
Oh yeah.
right? Big problem with gambling and OnlyFans. Pornography. That's a huge one right there. And there's a lot of people who say, well, I'm just a lonely person. I want to get married, and I just need somebody, so I just gotta watch their stuff. But married single problems will become married problems. So you have to really learn to deal with the lust even before marriage, and then so that's not taken to after marriage, right? You gotta learn to deal with your communication before marriage, not take it with you after marriage. Emotional issues, anger and hostility and blaming, that should be dealt with prior to marriage, before you go into the marriage. So a lot of people think that well, you know, I gotta deal with it. I'm just struggling now, but if I get married, it's gonna be okay. No, you're gonna take that with you from one phase to the next.
One
You
season
you
to the
you you, you
next.
gotta deal with that prior, and it hurts. It hurts. You know, what's that phrase called? Growing pains. Growing pains. You're growing, but it hurts. That's like working out in the gym. You people sometimes feel like it hurts. It's painful. Getting up to go to work. Many of us don't like our jobs, and I don't want to go to work, but you gotta go to work. Obviously, if you gotta have some sort of income coming in. Um, Sometimes you gotta work what you don't want to work until you finally get the job that you want to work at. But man, I gotta get up and I gotta, but it's necessary for you to continue to survive and pay your bills and eat and take care of your bills, right? So, there are a lot of things that we do that we don't necessarily like it, but we have to do it anyway. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's the whining, and and yeah, sometimes God will do some things in your life, and you know put some people in your life that'll have you say, "Why are you in there? Why are you over there? Why are you doing that? Don't you know you got a marriage, man? Don't you say you want to get married? Why are you still in the clubs, man? Why are you still in the bars, man?" Sometimes you got guys, someone like that will hold you accountable, and we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear the truth and the facts. But listen, a true friend will tell you the truth about, man. You're talking about you trying to be faithful to your woman, to your spouse, and you still all up in the club and all these girls and guys and what Patty Jerry Flowers said, keep king in their face, man.
Yes.
And there's people always partying and getting high and all these things, right? When you should be studying, you should be in your Bible, you should be working out, you should be growing yourself, spending time with the
Studying
Lord.
finances.
Yeah, studying
studying
finances,
communications,
all
studying
that, all that.
relationships.
Yeah, but you still just about partying and entertainment and going to concerts and going to all these things. But you should be studying. You should be. I gotta grow as a person. And we say, man, I'm trying to find the right person. Rather than what about you be the right person? Trying to find the right person. You be the right person prior to finding the right person, right? Yeah, so it's so easy to say that how we want this one to have 6 feet and 6 figures and more curves than a Lamborghini and on point with her hair all the time and on point with that and super sweet. Are you sweet? Are you sweet? Are you ambitious? Are you gentle? We always want somebody else to have this and all these qualifications.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you the qualified one yet?
Right.
Are you the qualified? And we have to really ask ourselves, as the Bible says,
Self
examine,
evaluation.
examine yourself. Examine yourself, whether you be in the faith.
Some people don't like to do that because it's painful.
That's painful. The introspection that we need, that's painful, and that's why a lot of people don't cannot do that because they got pride. Pride goes before the fall. Pride keeps you from advancement. Pride keeps you from growing. Pride makes you always pointing at somebody else. Oh, you're the problem. The white man. Oh, the president. Oh, this. Oh, that. I've heard that so many times in my life. The white man's holding me down. I'm like, what? The white man's holding you down? No, it's you. You're holding yourself down. It's your excuses. It's your neglect. It's
Lack
your
of, lack
it's
of
your it's your
ambition.
laziness.
Yep.
It's your lack of quality friends.
Right.
It's your lack of watching good content.
Lack of
It's
discipline.
your music, right? And he tells some people that they're whining. What? I gotta change my music. What? I gotta change what I watch. What? I gotta change my friends. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown woman. I don't gotta do all that. Oh, right there. You lost right there. Talking about you don't gotta do it because you're a grown man. No, I see a lot of people. You chronologically, you're an adult, but mentally and emotionally, many of us are still kids. We're still
Mentally,
immature,
emotionally, financially.
emotionally as kids, yet chronologically adults. And you tell people this, how dare you? You're judging me. You're supposed to love. I know. If I love you, I would tell you the truth. Like, no, there's time for change. There's time for adjustment. There's time to adjust your habits, your mindset, what you looking at, where you going. You know, it's time for adjustment. You know, I mean, there's people who believe in mentorship. If you believe in mentorship, there's somebody out there who is an expert in something that where you are a rookie at. Uh
Right.
oh. Uh oh.
Always in every area.
Come on. And you believe in mentor, whether it's for fitness or finances or fixing a car or doing some kind of construction project, uh,
Yeah.
something in the tech field. We don't know. We don't know it all. So we always need a mentor. I'm still learning things. There's a lot of things I still don't know. I'm happy to learn, and then as I get that knowledge, I'm gonna pass it along to the next generation, right? But pride will say, "Oh, I know it all." Pride will have you not admitting when you're wrong. How can you grow if you don't admit when you're wrong? And once again, it's painful. The whining through the weaning. Wow, it hurts that maybe I don't know how to communicate. Wow, I ignore things that I should be paying attention to. I don't address things that I should be addressing. Hmm? Maybe I'm not handling my money the best way. How many of us say that? Maybe I'm not handling my money the best way. Maybe I've neglected my spouse in some way. I've neglected their physical need, their spiritual need, their emotional need. Maybe. Well, that takes humility to say that.
Yeah.
And that's painful to admit that, wow, maybe we are neglecting that aspect of our spouse's nourishment. Our spouses need nourishment. I'm talking about this food. They need emotional nourishment, physical nourishment, obviously, intimacy, listening to what they got to say, for us to be able to actually like hone in on habits of behavior that we're so accustomed to, right? Some people say, "Oh, it's my culture." Okay, it's your culture. So does that mean that your culture has everything together? Your culture can have things wrong. I would think so. No culture has everything all together. We can have erroneous methodologies in our culture that needs to be corrected, and a lot of us don't want to hear that. Well, it's the way
Right.
I grew up. It's the way I was raised. The way it's things that I was exposed to. Okay, well, I thank God that Jesus was is countercultural. Jesus was countercultural. Wasn't afraid to call out the Pharisees, the scribes, the religious hypocrites, and call them out. Call them out for what it really was about, for the way they were and their attitude, the way they were doing things. Jesus said like you guys are like whitewashed tombs. You look good on the outside, but inside you're full of dead men's bones. I said, whoa. I said, Jesus, man, he called him out. Dead men's bones. Yo, Jesus called him out, and they hated him for calling him out in truth. Y'all go with your long flowing robes, walking around, want the best seats, but y'all bad. Talking about breaking the Sabbath and you getting mad that we're feeding all the disciples on the Sabbath. Yeah, y'all will pull your donkey out of the ditch on the Sabbath. So we got what are you talking about? So you trying to say you treat your animal better than your own fellow man? Oh, and today there are people that would treat animals better than their fellow man.
Oh
There
yes.
wasn't there a lady that actually had an inheritance, millions of dollars, that gave it to her puppy or dog.
Yes.
She did. Oh my god, all of it to her puppy. I'm like, there's kids who are starving. I mean, even if you're not close to somebody in your family, there's orphanages, there's kids out there who are being sex trafficked. There's kids who are hungry all across the world. There's a drug crisis. There's so much other issues out there to actually really help. You want auntie a dog? There's people out there that they're quick to love their dog and kiss their dog and forgive their dog. You know,
Oh
the
yes.
dog, the dog, the dog, the dog can't argue with the dog. Does agrees to everything. The dog is not gonna talk back talk back. The dog would just be obedient, right? Yeah, but
Yes. Usually.
it, yeah, they want a spouse that never talk back. You want a spouse that will never talk back. That's what it is. And that's a fallacy. That's not reality. You know, your spouse should have the right to talk back. I mean, obviously respectfully, but it shouldn't be you lording over your spouse and you dictating them everything that they should be doing without them having a say so, and that's not healthy, right? So yeah, so there's people who, man, they just treat animals way better than actual people. And while we should respect and treat our animals well, I mean, humans are. I mean, a human made my car, our car. A human made our house. A human helps to provide electricity to our home. A dog didn't do that. You know, nice food to eat. So I mean, while we should respect or treat animals kindly, I think humans have a are cut above with honoring,
Yes.
and loving. My personal perspective. Yeah. So yeah, it hurts whenever you're going from one station. Like, it's like, yeah, a woman who is pregnant. Going through the cycle, going through the first, second, third trimester. She's going through pain, nausea, vomiting, changes her appetite, and then when it's time for birth, it's time to birth something out. It hurts. It's painful. But why? Well, guess what? While she's birthing, she's screaming, right?
Yeah. Oh,
She's screaming, and there are times in life where you gotta scream out to the Lord. You gotta cry out to the Lord. You gotta say, no, whatever it takes, I'm gonna get deliverance. I'm gonna get freedom from this addiction. I'm gonna get freedom from this unhealthy way of communicating. There's things that you gotta scream for. That's the passionate expression that is that is that we can utilize for our breakthrough. You know, so yeah. You have anything you want to share?
Mm.
No. Yeah. So that's the process. So So I guess to conclude, whining through the winning
Yes.
in marriage. It's not a easy process. It's not a comfortable process. But nothing that is worth it is easy.
Right.
Nothing that is worth it will always be comfortable. God told Abraham, get out away from your kindred, get out from your people, get out from your familiar territory, your familiar surroundings, your familiar, all that. Go to the land where I'm showing you. And Abraham got up and did what he had to do. And many of us, God tell us that. What? God, what? What? All I know is Chicago. All I know is the Bronx. All I know is Albuquerque. All I know is this particular culture, the way we do things. I said, oh no, I'm challenging you to go from one area to the next. Oh God, yeah. It's not covered. I don't know how to operate. I don't know how to function. I don't know how to do things. I don't know. But there are times when your current settings, your current surroundings is holding you back from what you need to do. The people is holding you back. It's funny. A lot of I'm glad I thought about this. A lot of people they say they struggle about have questions about relationships, have drama. I think a lot of you know about someone who has drama in relationships, issues in relationships. Yet they're not studying relationships.
Right.
Yet they're not studying marriage. All you got is people around you full of drama, negativity, cynicism, doubt. They're losing in their relationships. Yet they're your
Right.
friends. They're your inner circle. Yet they're losing in their marriages. Whoa! So you don't want to change your friends to those who are winning. And we spend a lot of our time listening to musicians and celebrities, and a lot of them they've been divorced like 3, 4, 5 times. They're going through
Right.
horrendous stuff in their marriages. Yet they're your ones you listen to all the time.
Right.
People in your life, social media, friends. It could be people in your family, relatives that they have such dysfunctional relationships. Yet you're always in their business, always talking to them, long hours on the phone. Like, wow. One reason why one thing I really love about when I go to church is that I get around people of quality and I learn amazing
Right.
things. I get insights. I love reading books. I love watching videos. I love being around people who know things, insights on how to win in marriage. You know, so I spend all my time listening, being around people who are losing. How do you expect to win if you're always getting the insights, information from them? You
Right.
can't. You can't. You can't. Yeah, girl, I know these guys, these girls ain't loyal. These girls ain't. No, the girl you hanging out with ain't loyal. The girl you going out with, going to these places with, they ain't loyal. The girls on your social media, they ain't loyal.
Right.
Winners go to quality locations. Maybe it's time to switch it up. Maybe it's time to go to some other venues. Maybe it's time to start hanging out with these same people and go to where the winners are at. The ones you're used to, they're not loyal. All these men, they no good. They don't know. They're all dogs. Nah, nah, nah. Uh oh. My wife met me though. Oh, all men are dogs. No, the men you know are dogs. And you try to tell you some woman that it's like you speaking Chinese to them, like a language they don't understand. No, the ones you keep going, the place you're going to, the ones you keep exposing yourself to, those are ones that are dogs.
Right.
Dogs. You know, switch it up, change it up. And it hurts. It's painful. It's annoying, maybe, but you gotta do what you gotta do for advancement. It's like someone who's trying to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, whatever. You gotta go through hours of study, sacrifice, and it don't feel good. You rather just sleep in. You rather game all day long, whatever. But you gotta do what's necessary for that degree. Oh yeah, say lose all your life. I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
You gotta put money in investment sometime. Yeah, money. It's time for it to grow. It's time for me
Not just
to
money, but time and effort.
right. So yeah, but yeah. It's not easy, but it's necessary. It's time to elevate y'all. You know, do the whining, do the crying, and you know when the kids are crying and they're whining and they're complaining, you know, I think decent parents, you're not gonna always give the kids what they want. Okay, you're crying for the candy for all this time. I guess let's give you the candy right before bed, or you want candy all throughout the day. All right, no, you don't give the kids the candy when they ask for it. You said no, the candy you had enough candy. Time for something nutritious. What do you do? Just cave into the child and give them what they want? No, you are the parent. You have authority. You got experience. Oh, like God, ultimate authority. Who's more experienced than God? Who has more experience than God? So the time that God does not give us certain things, right? And we're whining about it, we complain about it, but God says, I know what's right. I know what you need. I don't care how much you're whining and complaining, you ain't getting it.
Right. Right.
Right? And that's hard for us to say that. God, only give me what I need. Although I'm complaining about it right now, only give me what I need.
Right.
Don't give me what I want. Give me what I need. That's a mature prayer request right there. Give me what I need prior to marriage. Give me what I need in marriage. Correct me even while I'm in marriage. Correct me right now. Love corrects. Love not just patting you on the back, hugging you, thumb up in you, say I love you. No. Love is also direction, bringing clarity to confusion, telling you what you need to hear rather than always what you want to hear. Right? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah. So
Mm.
like we said before, no parent
I wouldn't want
wants
a father who didn't correct me.
you don't want a father that won't correct you.
Right. I would not.
Cause that really love. I mean, no. If you don't love your
Yeah,
child,
but let me be led astray.
yeah, you don't love your child if you always ignore what they're doing. Oh,
Right.
you smoking more weed you smoking more weed in my house. Ah, all right. Let me not undermine your freedom here.
Right.
You can smoke weed in my house all you want. You can bring all the girls, all the guys, and do all your orgies that you want. Orgies? Oh, what? Up in my house? Oh, no. Uh-oh. No. You gonna talk to me any way that you want? No. You gonna talk to me with respect and love and and respect, right? You gonna do that? You gonna talk to him how you want to talk, right? So likewise, you know, we, you know, God wants us to speak to Him. I believe with love, with adoration, with honor. He also expects us to talk to our spouses that way, with love, with honor, with adoration. I mean, it's certain things that you shouldn't, you know, before marriage. I would say tolerate. You know, even in marriage too. Oh well, yeah, my spouse is always out and he never tells me where he is, but he comes home. Oh, yeah. I don't have my spouse's passcode. Everything's okay. I just don't want to upset him, upset her. Although it's bothering you, you know, all that pent up pain and frustration is some way somehow it's gonna blow up. It's gonna fester. It's gonna linger. If you don't address it, it's gonna blow up. Deal with the situation ASAP. Talk about the issue ASAP before it blows up out of proportion. Right? Yeah. If there's a spark in a building, or I mean, some get gas, you gotta do it that gas right away. You gotta
Oh yeah.
find out where the gas is at, what's leaking, and find the source right away and deal with it before there's a fire, before
Right.
everything breaks comes down around you. There are signs that show there could be a potential fire. Right? Deal with the issue right away. In marriage, there is potential things that can lead to implosion in your marriage. Deal with it ASAP. Don't wait around hoping everything will be okay. We're just hoping. We're just hoping. Oh no, you. Bible says faith without works is dead. No, address the issue ASAP before things implode around you. Yeah. So y'all, if y'all want to advance in marriage, there is, even if you gotta wind through it, you got to get pulled off of certain things. So I pray that you would ask God for direction, clarity. What do I need to be weaned off of? And although I'm going to be doing it kicking and screaming, what is necessary for advancement in this marriage, or my growth before marriage? What do I need to cut out my life? The places, the person that's talking in my head through movies, through music, the addiction that I have. What is the weaning that needs to be done? And although I'm whining through it, I'm still gonna wean off it.
And don't give it back to me.
And cold turkey is the best. We know cold turkey is the best, but a lot of people don't go cold turkey off of things. We know that, but as long as there's progress towards that, there's progression. That's important too. But as long as there's effort, there's progress. All right. What you saying, Margo?
I was just saying it done. Don't give it back to us. No matter
Right.
how much we're whining and crying and kicking and screaming.
Right.
It's not going to help us.
Right.
It's like giving the passy back after all the whining and kicking and screaming. It's not going to be helpful.
Right.
Keep it from me and let me get through this.
Yeah. And we're saying our daughter, she was whining about the pacifier before. Now she's not. Y'all know about some ex boyfriends, girlfriends, like y'all were crying about that one for a while. Man,
Now you don't even
and you think about, wait, was I crying about her before? Oh my gosh. My ex. I was crying about her before? What? That? You like now? You just like crying, you're laughing. I was crying about you. Misery? Pain? Emptiness? No, man.
like, actually, those are the things I was feeling within that relationship. I didn't
Wow.
realize it.
And one reason why y'all were crying before, because y'all weren't grown. Y'all weren't more emotionally mature.
Right.
That's why you were crying. You were naive about certain things. You were
Once your eyes are open through growth.
when your eyes open, you're like, wait a minute. What am I really crying about? Ain't nothing to cry about here. And ain't nothing to go back to. And our daughter, she's not thinking about that pacifier. Very likely, no, not anymore. She ain't even thinking about it. You ain't even thinking about him anymore. You ain't thinking about her anymore. You're not thinking about that. It's over. You're on to better now. The weaning through the whining, or whining through the weaning. So y'all, thank you.
I'm gonna show this view.
The view. Oh yeah, we about to show the little view before we close out. We are hanging by the water. Hanging out by the water. Hey, I don't want to say that. I want to say this too. You need the hydrate. Keep your marriage hydrated. I gotta take some time out. Get to some different surroundings. Y'all always watching TV, around in buildings, around same old. Come out of your environment. Go somewhere different. Chill with your spouse and somewhere quiet, somewhere around nature. You know how relaxing nature is. You can hear the insects. You can hear the birds. You can see the trees.
You can hear this water.
Man, the water is beautiful. Come out of your surroundings. Come out of the same rotten routine that's not working. Time to de-stress. All right? Have the necessary conversation maybe out here. Sometimes it's hard. It's too hard in your house, maybe amongst kids, and you know, I think many of us we're too distracted with work and kids and this and that and this and that. No, be intentional. You know, we're gonna go drive out somewhere, man, or walk to a lake, or waterfall somewhere, and really reconnect with each other, talk to each other, like really truly talk and listen. The water is serene. The setting is serene. You need your marriage to be like that. You need your marriage to be like the serene water. Calm, cool, tranquil, flowing. Oh, that's a problem. When the water is stagnant, things die. Oh.
And bad things grow.
Bad things grow. You need the water to be flowing, like your marriage should be flowing. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Amen. All right, y'all. We out. We out. We out. You have anything else you wanted to share? That's it.
Nope.
All right, y'all. God bless y'all. We love you. Thanks for y'all for coming through. Peace and love. Blessings. Whining, weaning, weaning, through the whining,
Whining through the
whining through the
weaning.
weaning. In marriage, go through it. It's necessary for marital advancement. All right, y'all. I love you. Much love. Peace and blessings.